Well, welcome to day 2 of the Standard Bank Kersney Easter Rugby Festival. Joining me in commentary for this match is John O'Dayton. We've got Glenwood High School taking on Dale College. Taking a look at some of the results from today. First match of the day, Hoërskool Framesby versus Pretoria Boys High, and it was Framesby that won that one 13-10. DHS ran out 24-7 winners over Queen's College, and then Kersney, the hosts, grabbed a 20 points to 11 win over Hoërskool Noordkaap. We're just waiting for Glenwood and Dale to run out on the pitch. It's been a pretty wet and rainy day, but as I'm saying those words, the weather's clearing up a bit. There's not a lot of mist about. It's probably the best visibility we've had all day, Jono.
Yeah, definitely, Gareth. I must agree. The weather definitely hasn't been playing ball, but the boys have. We've had some great games throughout the day, with most recently the host school, Kersney, just coming out victors, 20 points to 11 over Hoërskool Noordkaap. But looking forward to this one, Dale versus Glenwood. It's an absolute classic over the Easter Rugby Festival. Both schools have been here for what seems like since its inception, and it's become quite a bit of a traditional match. Always both teams loving to run the ball, loving to play a nice physical brand of rugby, and so it's always is quite a massive game to watch, and hopefully lives up to the expectation and the hype.
100%. Well, of course, Dale lost out to Framesby on day 1. They lost 15-5. They really didn't hit their straps at all. I think they'll be quite disappointed with that result, and they'll be looking to come out hard against Glenwood. But of course, Glenwood had to fight hard for their victory over HTS Droste on day 1. They won that one 29-24. It's going to be really, really tough to call this game today.
Definitely. I think Glenwood obviously kind of found out the hard way that nothing's given here at the Kersney Easter Rugby Festival, and they really did work hard for that win. And unfortunately for Dale, they just didn't get on the right side. I watched that game. I think I actually commented on it, and unfortunately, ball's just going a little bit behind the back, nothing quite going to hand, and just wasn't Dale's day. So hopefully, I mean, even with the wet weather, maybe they can pull something together. We saw DHS do it earlier on today. They really played a beautiful brand of running rugby, and were able to still play that like nice, quick, slick hand game, even though there was a bit of rain and a bit of mist. So hopefully Dale can do the same thing. They say they run it from the change room, so excited to see that happen.
Well, as you can see on your screens, we've got a good crowd here on day 2 of the Standard Bank Kersney Easter Rugby Festival. It has been raining. It's been misty up in Bertha's Hill. Hasn't stopped people from coming out to watch the games. Of course, if you're joining us watching this live stream, welcome. Wherever you're watching the games, I hope you're enjoying the commentary. Of course, you can also comment on the live stream as it's going on there, and we'll try and keep an eye on that if you want to ask us a couple of questions as well. Just looking at this Glenwood side, I've played under coach Derek Heiberg in my club rugby days. He's a man all about his processes, all about his game plan. Demands a lot of his players. He manages their performance with key performance indicators, which makes it very clear what you need to be doing to stay in the team. I'm sure he'll be quite happy with that victory over HTS Droste on day 1, but he'll be looking for a more clinical performance today. The true test of it is going to be how Glenwood deal with the conditions, because as we've seen in these last 3 games, players have been struggling to keep hold of the ball, and especially at line-out time, it's been a little bit scrappy.
Yeah, definitely. Lineouts have been let down. I'm not sure if that's just poor lineouts across the board or if it's a thing of the elements. I have a feeling the elements have a fair amount to play, but we have seen the lineouts being quite a contentious topic. team's not really able to get their own first phase ball, and it has let down quite a few teams today. So I think that'll definitely be a major factor when it comes to this Glenwood side. Just ball retention. I think for both teams, ball retention will be a major factor and a necessary sort of focal point for both sides.
And having a look at this Glenwood side, we'll bring it up on your screens a little bit later, but plenty of changes I see here. Although the usual faces, Dylan Pretorius will run out again at fly half today, and we see Jaden Hendrickse is listed at scrum half. Very, very good Glenwood outfit. Dale side also looking very good. I did miss that game on day one, so not quite sure what to expect from the Dale boys. As I said, they did lose their first game on day one, and they would have been bitterly disappointed with the way they played in particular. But maybe some hard lessons learned, because they tried to run most of their possession out of their half instead of opting to kick for territory.
Yeah, definitely. The Dale side, I think they have a lot to prove today. Having gone down on the first day, on day one, not getting that victory. I mean, it was still a very close game. But having not won that game and having not got that victory, I think they're wanting to prove to themselves and to their coaches that they still have it. And I think what better game to do it in a sort of a derby game here at the Standard Bank Kersney Easter Rugby Festival. Lovely game against Glenwood. Well anticipated game, and I'm sure these boys are really going to give it their all and come out firing, ready to play the great brand of Dale rugby we've become accustomed to here.
Dale College taking on Glenwood Live.
And we're preparing for the teams to run out. Just taking a look at Dale College. Obviously worth mentioning, a couple of their old boys now plying their trade at the Sharks. Obviously Keegan Daniel is a massive standout there, and of course Teram Tembu, who took over the captaincy of the Sharks from Daniel a couple of years ago, and he's played in the Sharks starting 15 today. And in fact, the Sharks got a massive win over the Blues, which was quite a surprising result. I'm sure a lot of people's Super Brews were ruined by that result in Auckland, but I know Coach Rob Dupree will be shining with that result.
Let's welcome onto the field, Dale College.
And
I know my Super Brew was definitely affected by that one.
I think all of ours were, Jono. And there we see Spamandla Krek running out, leading his team out. Dale looking more than up for this clash. And there we have the Green Machine Glenwood running out, led out by centre Conan Lafleur, who played really, really well in their first game on day one. And as you can see on our screens, the weather really has cleared up well here for this clash. We've had mist and rain throughout the morning. Some respite here now for what promises to be one of the matches of the day.
Yeah, the weather really hadn't played game earlier on today. At some stage, you couldn't even see the far side of the field. We had a couple of kicks at the poles that none of the commentators could see whether it went through or not. We were just kind of relying on listening to the ref's whistle. But as you said, Gareth, bit of respite here from the weather. The mist seems to have cleared, the rain seems to have settled, and hopefully it's a bit of a preemptive strike by the weather to open up this game and let us have a great game here. As Dale look ready to kick off.
Of course, Dale playing on your screens from left to right. Referee set to get this one underway. Deep kickoff. That's the scrum off. Hendricks takes, carries it up. As the Glenwood forwards pile into that ruck. Strong carry up the fringe. Ball's popped out the back there. Hendricks plays it off to his forwards. Strong carry there. Deep kick. And he's found a bit of touch there. Unfortunately, Andrico Johannes couldn't deal with that kick. And that's given Kersney a throw into a line out. And they've taken it quickly. And they've come away with it. They've bustling up into the 22. Hendrickse gets there. They shift it out wide. Pretorius. That's the big man, Lafleur. Plays it out wide. Try time, Glenwood. And it's Aaron LaRue who gets in on the left-hand corner. Excellent play from Glenwood. And they caught them napping there with a quick throw. Oh no. The refs brought them back. I beg your pardon. We have a forward pass there, Jono.
Yeah, our ref deemed that pass to have travelled forward from Lafleur, and a bit of respite there for the Dalians. Caught napping there on the far side of the field with that quick line out taken by the Glenwood boys, and found themselves quickly behind their line.
And here you have a look. Lafleur carries it up, holds the ball up. Just that last pass deemed to have gone forward. And so Dale not out of the woods yet. Pressure scrum just ahead of their 5-meter line. Tando Zorki to feed the scrum. Zorki gets away with it, shifts it wide. That's Bokolo, puts boot to ball. Number 20, Conradi running it back. Glenwood straight back into Dale's 22-meter. It looks like Dale have come away with it. Hendrickse putting in a strong tackle. Zorki shakes to kick. Nope, looks for Puttini. Kicks it straight down the throat of Conradi. Conradi shifts it wide. Good tackle there on Atwell. Hendrickse looking for his players. They shift it out. Strong carry there from Slabbit. Hendrickse finds Tyson. But Dale have come away with it. Zorki shifts it wide. Ball not going to hand. Ngalo cleans it up. Shows some good footwork, but he's brought down just short of their 10-meter line. Ball not coming out of the rack. It's slow. Dale shifted out into the midfield. Strong defense from Glenwood, but they're driving it forward. Zorki looking for his skipper. Puttini puts it to boot. Not a great kick. Hendrickse shifts it out wide. And there goes Conradi. Proving to be a bit of a nuisance here. Hendrickse, long pass out wide. Another long ball out to Atwell. Carries it up strongly. Hendrickse looks. Finds Slabbit. Pops it off short. Good. Strong run there from Wilson. Hendrickse. Strong tackle from Dale. And the ball's gone loose. They've kicked ahead. Strong chase. It's Lafleur who gets back. It's caught in his 22. Pops it up. Glenn would have moved away with it. Running it out. Strong tackle from Puttini. And Hendrickse just slowing things down. Box kick from Hendrickse. Well weighted. Pressure on. Great kick chase there from Aaron LaRue. And what a passage of play.
Yeah, awesome passage of play there. I really do think that the Dalians are looking a little bit rattled at the moment. Having Glenwood just cross their line, even though the try was disallowed. I think they've just been set back. And then just not the ability to exit. Their kick and clearance of their own 22 just hasn't quite been up to par. A lot of kicks just sort of being sent straight down the middle of the field, straight down the throat of the Glenwood boys, and the Glenwood buggers are just running it straight back at them. And with the likes of Lafleur running it back at you, you really don't want to be giving him nice, easy running ball.
Hendrickse, Pretorius. Strong run there from Holtzhausen. Hendrickse, Pretorius. Strong carry by Lafleur, the skipper. Ball's gone straight between Hendricks' leg. He knew nothing about it. And Dale have turned it over. Zorgi, box kick down. Hendricks is covering at the back. Beg your pardon. That was Hele. Dale running it back just over their 10-meter line. No halfback there, so the forwards do the hard work, pick and drive. The referee's pinged them there, not releasing. Slightly isolated, lacking a little bit of direction, perhaps. Dale, Jono.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. A bit of maybe a miscommunication or a bit of disconnect between the forwards and the backs. Not everyone's exactly certain as to what they're trying to achieve. I think they really like to play their style of rugby in the opposition's half, and at the moment they're just not able to get there. As I said, those exits from their own 22, exits from their half haven't quite been on par, and until they get there, they're seeming a bit lost. But interestingly enough, Glenwood opting to take the 3 points here. I think on a day like today, you do have to take the points that are on offer. But maybe just a little bit of a sign that the Dalians' defence is proving a little bit tougher to crack than it looks.
And it's scrum off. Hendricks are lining this one up. Sweet strike of the ball. And he splits the uprights in half. Excellent kick from the SS Schools scrum off. And that makes it 3-0 to Glenwood. Just short of 10 minutes played.
A superb kick there by Hendricks, and really a little of a warning sign to Dale that he can make them pay with the boot.
The skipper, Kuke, gets us underway again. Long kick from Hendricks. He's found about 40 meters there. Excellent kick from the scrum off. Dale thought about playing it quickly. Sanity prevails. Forwards are screaming for the ball. Dale shifted out wide. Putini wraps around. Good interplay between forwards and backs. Taken down just short of the 10-meter line. Zorki shifts it out. One-off runners here. Zorki zigs. Finds his skipper. Kicks it into space. Atwell has a look. He runs it back. Hard run from Atwell. But he's met strongly in defense by Songqishe. And there's a little knock-on from the Kersney left winger. Glenwood. I beg your pardon.
There seems to be a player down and back play. I think it's one of the Dalians actually. And the medics are giving him some attention, and the little go-kart seems to be coming on. So we may have to have a little break and play here just while we clear this man from the field. But I must say that I think there was a much better passage of attacking play there by Dale from that quick little line out. They don't want to take on this big pack of the Glenwood boys. They have some nice tall locks in there, so taking that line out nice and quickly really does take those men out of the game. And then that little special wrap round there by Putini, the number 10, and striking into that wild channel and bringing it back. I think maybe just a little bit more ball in hand from the Dalians. Yes, they are playing in their half, but they're still playing quite well. And then that little kick over the top, going a bit nowhere. So possibly just keeping ball in hand, retaining a bit of ball, and trying to strike in those wide channels may be the best sort of idea for these Dalians.
Conditions certainly have improved as well. It's allowing them to play with a bit more freedom, and we haven't seen the Dalians shying away from their usual ball in hand approach, shifting the ball around, looking good on attack. And like you say, Jono, in back play we do have a man down. One of the Dale players is getting some attention. Not quite sure what's happened there, but they have put him onto the stretcher just to pick him up. There's not a lot of safety personnel around him, so it doesn't seem as though he's badly injured. I think he might have a problem with his leg, so they've just immobilized him so they can get him off the pitch safely.
I do think it's more of a precautionary thing here, putting him on the backboard. But as you always say, safety first. Let's make sure that all these boys here playing this wonderful festival rugby for our entertainment, make sure that they're safe and make sure that they leave the field in as good a condition as possible.
As you saw on the screens there, the Netcare 911 team taking good care of our players here today.
It'll be interesting to see this scrum that's going to come up here. The ball is Dale's to feed, and they have an extremely deep attacking line. Their last attack is all the way on their own try line, actually. But it'll be interesting to see how Glenwood actually react. With this massive pack, I will not be surprised if they put this Dale side under immense pressure come scrum time. Really just try and milk the penalty and give them as messy a ball coming out the back. That 9 for Dale is really going to have to work hard. Old Zorki under immense pressure at the back of the scrum. If the Glenwood forwards can get it working. As we hear the round of applause for the man who's leaving the field.
And here we go, plays set to get underway once again. Zorki to feed the scrum. Dale looking to attack from inside their own half. Backline lying deep. Zorgi just short, Puttini rather, just short of his 10 meter, and his centres deep in the Dale 22. Strong scrum from Glenwood. The referee's not having any of that. They've gone straight up in the front row there. I think that's a bit of a victory for Dale there. They're celebrating like they've shown the big lads up.
Correctly so. I think the ref did well there to blow that one. Ball wasn't coming out the back. And especially come scrum time and at schoolboy level, safety is number one. So just resetting that scrum and making sure that, safety is taken into account. Yet again, not happy with the sets of that scrum. And so the referee will take his time, take the time needed to make sure that everything is set and settled before that ball goes in.
And the referee's come across to the short side. He's having a look at Jordan Clark and Big Mafenyana. Much better scrum.
Have a look at that Dale line. Look how deep it is. Oh.
And Glenwood pinged. Zorgi takes it quickly. He shifts down the right-hand touchline, puts the boot to ball. Ball's loose. Off goes Holtzhausen. He's caught just short of the 22. Cleaning up for Glenwood. Hendricks is there to feed. In fact, Hendricks has dropped into the pocket. Scrum off. The long, spiraling torpedo kick. Down. Well taken there from Johannes. He runs it back into the midfield. Drops it short, but Glenwood have picked up the scraps. Hendricks looks deep. Box kick over the top. Glenwood players are swarming over Zorki. And it is Bokola who gets down and dots that ball down, just saving his side. Helter-skelter stuff, 22-22.
100%. I think he knew he was in a lot of trouble there. There were a wall of green jerseys all around him. I think he only really had that option to just pick that ball up and possibly dot it over the line. Also remembering he's not facing those men, so he knows they're behind him. He doesn't know how many, he doesn't know how close they are. Didn't have too much communication from his teammates because he didn't have too many teammates around him. So by picking that ball up and carrying it over his own try line to dot it down, Glenn would have to put in at the scrum. And I would not be surprised if they try and just show their dominance, having just conceded that penalty come scrum time. I think they're going to try and give this one a massive push.
Glenwood with the feed to the scrum on the 5 meter line. They go blind, slab it, finds Hendricks, takes it up just meters short of the line. The Glenwood forwards pile into that ruck. Slabbit's at the base. And they look probing down the short side there, using every inch of space. Hendrickson marshalling his forwards now. He's up off the base. And the referee's given a penalty. Hendrickson takes it quickly, tries to power his way over the line. He's met sternly in defence by Dale, and he reaches out. Glenwood score. It's the big lock. Number 5.
Lunga Ngube.
Lunga Ngube with a good reach out. He was going to be hard to stop. that close to the line. All he had to do was shift his big bulk, reach out and get his hand over the line. Once again, Hendricks are prominent in Glenwood's attack, probing around the fringes, marshalling his forwards to get off the deck, come around and keep working hard. As you can see, quick tap from Hendricks, has a go himself, fancied to get over the line, met strongly in defence by Dale, go down, and then Ube takes it upon himself to put his head down, reaches over, try time.
Lunga Trube, the big lock, weighing in at 101 kgs. He's always going to be hard to stop. It doesn't help that he has those lovely long arms to just reach over the try line, and he's allowed that one placement in any direction, and he chose the right way over the whitewash.
And Hendricks comes right with the conversion as well, taking Glenwood 10 points up over Dale. Looks like a change in the kicking duties for Dale. It's Tieda gets us underway again. Oh, Glenwood failed to take that kick off, and Dale clean up the scraps. Zorgi flying in back play to get to that ruck and keep play going. Zorgi digging into the ruck, finds Puttini. Puttini shifts it out wide. Johannes met strongly in defence. Big, strong hit. Looked like Colin Lafleur with the hit there. Good hands from Dale. Ball goes loose. The refs called them back for a knock-on.
Much better play there from Dale. That's really what they want. It's not what Glenwood wants at all. They really want to, get that ball off the kickoff and have a good exit from their own half, exit from their own 22, but unfortunately not to be. And Dale just picking up on the scraps there and now playing in the right areas of the field. Hopefully they can make something of this opportunity that they've been gifted with by the Glenwood side.
Quite right, Jono. Dale with another attacking platform deep in Glenwood's half. And once again, their backline shapes up very deep. Number 13, Tieda. He's inside his own half, looking to run onto the ball with pace. Zorgi feeds. They get a good left shoulder there. Pick up by Kampi. He takes it up strongly. He's met by Slabbert in defence. The ball's gone loose. Glenwood clean up. Scrappy stuff once again. Kampi, the number 8, won't be pleased with that. He made good ground. Just let the ball slip out of his hands when he was tackled by Slabbert.
Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate knock on there, and we did speak before the game and we said how ball retention would be of paramount importance for both these teams, even though the mist has sort of cleared, although it seems to be coming back with a bit of a vengeance. But even with the mist having cleared and the rain not being present at the moment, it's still quite damp there, damp out on the field, and that ball can still get a bit wet.
Hendricks feeds and cleans up at the base. Deep box kick. Clears for touch. Ball's gone out just short of the 10-metre line. That'll give Dale another chance to attack from inside Glenwood's half. Songrishe feeds the line out. Zorgi finds Puttini. Looks for his outside backs. He finds his captain, Lukasi, who's met in the midfield. Strong clean from Dale. Ball goes through the hands. Put to boot, though. Johannes cleans up for Glenwood. Jonas, I beg your pardon. Slabbert carries. Hendricks finds Pretorius. Puts the ball up into the mist. Zorgi's underneath it. Takes it, shifts it wide. Ngalo taken down just short of the halfway line. And Dale have coughed it up once again. Ngalo just caught without his support there. And Glenwood rushed into that ruck. Got hands all over the ball. He was pinged for holding on. Hendricks wastes no time pointing to the posts. Even though it's close to a 50-metre kick here, he backs himself.
Yeah, definitely. We could see Lafleur there walking into the screen as captain and really just pointing at those posts, saying he wants the 3 points. Good idea, I think, on his behalf. Just keep that scoreboard ticking over. And he obviously backs his number 9. So, and they've played quite a lot together. Both of them played for the Sharks side last year. So, well, the Sharks under 18 side. So they know each other quite well, and I'm sure he backs his number 9 to get this ball well and truly over those posts.
Looked like a little bit of a faster approach for Hendricks, and the extra speed behind the ball sees it sailing over the post, and that makes it 13-10 to Glenwood with about 10 minutes left to play in this half. They'll be disappointed. They keep losing out on attacking opportunities deep in Glenwood's half. Tieda gets us underway again. And it's Dale who come away with it on the kickoff. Possession just short of Glenwood's 22. That ball's held up. The referee hasn't called a maul. No, he has. And possession goes the way of Glenwood. Ball was never going to come out of that. Glenwood won't be happy with those kickoff restarts.
No, not in the slightest, and I'm sure that their coaching staff will have something to say to them at the halftime break. That's really been one of the only poor parts of their gameplay. And once you've struck, once you've scored, once you've put points on the opposition, the last thing you want to do is find yourself held up in your own 22, in your own half. So those kickoff receipts and exits from there of paramount importance. So definitely, I'm sure they'll come out in the second half having been spoken to about that by their coaching staff. That being said, they do have to put into the scrum, and it will be interesting to see how they plan on exiting from this position. Do they run it? They are outside their 22.
Quite right. Slab it. Finds Hendricks, he sets it up. Carried up strongly by Holtzhausen. But no, Dale come away with a good steal. This is the big number 8, Kampi. Got his hands all over that ball. Holtzhausen had no chance to release that. And the Dalians have their minds on the scoreboard. They've pointed straight to the posts. And it's the captain, Spamandla Kruke, who'll have a shot at goal. Bring his side back into the game.
Yeah, just as they opt to take those 3 points, and you look out, I don't know if you can see it on your screens as you watch via the live streaming, but here you can definitely see the rain starting to slowly pitter-patter down again. And I think just take the 3 points, they're here on offer, and don't go for too much of a risk. 6 minutes till the half. Take the 3 points that you can get on the scoreboard.
And the skipper slips as he has that attempt at goal, and it sails wide of the left hand upright. He'll be bitterly disappointed with that. That's a good chance to get his side back on the board.
Definitely another opportunity for the Dalians to get points gone squandered. So I'm sure they'll definitely be spoken to at the half about just taking their opportunities.
Hendricks kicks it deep. It's taken by Ngalo. Strong run by Johannes. He's found a lot of space back there, but he's met in a big tackle by the Glenwood defence. Ball's gone loose again. Pretoria spies some space and kicks it deep. And that's a great kick. They'll take it quickly though. Ball's gone loose. And shifted out wide. That's the skipper, Lukasi, ranging. Kruke with a big crash into Holtzhausen. Good tackle from the number 13 though. Putini, Zorki shifts it out wide. Forwards taking it up strongly. Zorki goes down the blind side. Njumba with a strong run down the right hand side of the pitch. Cheko plays scrum off. Kruke shifts it out. Zorgi is there. Finds Putini. He puts the ball down. Jonas for Glenwood takes it down. Shifts it out to Pretorius. Pretorius has a look, decides he'll have a step. Beats one, beats two, beats three. He's clean through. Pretorius looking for a pass. He's found Jonas. Jonas off to Hendrickse. And the Glenwood scrum off will get in. Absolutely incredible try. All created by Hendrickse. I beg your pardon, Pretorius, who backed himself to beat a couple of players there. Fantastic try. And it's Jaden Hendrickse in for Glenwood.
Absolutely scintillating stuff there by the Glenwood boys. All came from a bit of a nothing kick again by the Dalians, not getting over that advantage line, and so opting to put that ball downfield, not finding touch, not finding a little flaggies or grass, and being made to pay for that. Some great offloads. Glenwood definitely don't seem to be taking any note of the conditions at the moment. So that ball was being flung around freely, and great support play by the backline players there, with Hendrickse going over and about to convert his own kick, his own try.
And Jono, we've been talking about the quality of players here. We saw the likes of Kersney fullback in the last game. Oudendal, excellent player, but plenty of quality scrum offs on display here. But Hendrickse is really something else.
Yeah, definitely. Head and shoulders above the rest, especially with a boot like he does have. It's so intelligent.
That conversion drifting wide of the left hand upright.
Good old commentator's curse there.
We'll forgive you for it, Jono.
With 2.5 minutes on the clock, Glenwood are leading 18 points to none, with the Dalians to restart play.
Tieda gets us underway once again. Glenwood take it down. Good play from LaRue to maintain composure under that ball. Hendrickse plays it out to his forwards. Jordan Clark carrying it up strongly there. And Dale pinged for a high tackle. And Hendrickse will kick for the line.
Yeah, just the lock there. Kokovu, unfortunately, is tackle slipping up high, but I must say he's been monumental from the kickoff play. He really has had a great kickoff chase, and he's been putting those receivers of Glenwood under immense pressure.
And as you can, not sure you can hear it there on your live stream, but the crowd, rapturous applause for one of the young ball boys here catching that kick from Hendrickse. Glenwood mull it up towards the halfway line. They break away with it. Big number 7. I beg your pardon, it was Tyson, the hooker, breaking away. That's Lindo Kuhle. Hendrickse digging, slab it, shifts it. Pretorius, Jonas, show and go, taken down, slab it cleans up. Hendrickse is there, slows play down, marshalling his forwards to come in close, keep it tight, and the referee's brought it back for a high tackle. Hendrickse is looking to take it quickly, might think twice as the clock winds down. He has indeed. Just quick discussion there with his skipper Lafleur, who points to the corner flag. Hendrickse makes no mistake, sets up the 5-meter scrum with Tyson to feed. Glenwood looking hungry for another try as the clock winds down to the halftime whistle. Slabbert takes. Big number 5, that's Lunga Ngube. Glenwood keep it tight. And they look like they've got over the line. They have indeed. Try time. It's Tyson, the hooker. He puts his head down and gets over the line. Strong work from Glenwood. Decisive. Didn't need another invitation to get over the line. And they backed themselves and gone 23 points to 0 up over Dale.
Yeah, Jacques Tyson involved in that initial break that got them all the way down into the Aliens 22, and then just being able with their raw power to pick that ball up and power himself over the line. Really did do some great play there, but I'm sure Glenwood, you can see they were relishing the opportunity to really just run at the Dalians. They could see that the time was running down, nearly half time, and that's really when you want to strike. You want to strike before the half, you want to strike just after the half, and Glenwood aiming for those golden minutes, aiming for those key areas of the match where they really want to start to take hold, and exactly that. You look at this now and you cannot help but feel that Glenwood may have taken a firm grasp of this game as the 2 points go over. Glenwood are leading Dale 25 points to 0 at the halftime break.
It really is decisive to score that try just before the break. It takes Glenwood comfortably ahead. Dale, a lot to think about here. They lost on Thursday 15 points to 5, and here they trail by 25 points. Plenty of work to do, and that Glenwood green machine looking like it doesn't have any sign of stopping. And we'll leave you at that. 25-0. Don't go away. Second half, Glenwood versus Dale at the Standard Bank Kersney Easter Rugby Festival.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
Just reading those names who scored tries was hard enough. Yeah,
This is the problem. Because this is what I'm looking at, but it's actually, I just need to be looking at that.
I hate these box smart things as well, because this one at least has a break. Lots of the ones you get, they go 15 all the way down to 1 and then 16 just continue, and you're like, frustration.
And welcome back to it, to the Standard Bank Kersney Easter Rugby Festival. It is day 2. It's half-time of the 4th game of the day. Glenwood lead Dale College 25 points to 0. They've scored 4 tries, I think, in the first half. And Dale, with their backs against the wall, everything to do in the second half to bring this game back their way. Jono, what do you think Dale need to be doing to claw their way back into this one?
I think the Dalians really need to keep a little bit of ball in hand. Uncharacteristically of the Dalians, they've been kicking the ball out of hand quite a lot. Obviously wanting to play in the correct area of the field, I think, and really wanting to just put the ball into the Glenwood half. But I must say that I think if they could just retain a bit of ball, get a bit of ball retention, keep it in hand, and really run at these Glenwood players, but in the wide channels, I think they'll be a lot more effective. They tend to be playing a little bit behind the advantage line, very deep, and when they're not getting over it, they're kicking away. And I think that's a little bit in their, not to their favor, because this back 3 of Glenwood are proving to be mighty, mighty deadly on the counter-attack.
100%, and I don't think Glenwood will be looking to change too much. They're 25 points up. They've been doing everything right, and they scored a fantastic couple of tries towards the end of that first half, and they'll be looking to continue with that. Hendricks, Glenwood scrum off to get us underway for the second half of this cracking clash. Hendricks puts it short. He found some empty space there, and number 11, Rory Atwell, was flying towards the ball, hoping that he'd get a lucky bounce, but the ball just skid into touch. So Dale will have the throw in on their 10-meter line, inside their half. Sonklishe feeds the line out, slapped down by Kovoko. Puccini spreads it. Good hands here from the Dale backs. They've shifted it all the way to the right-hand side of the pitch. Zorgi's there to clean up at the base. Carried strongly, but the ball's gone loose. Another knock-on from Dale. Not quite the start they were looking forward to this half.
Yeah, not at all, Gareth. That's the last thing they would have wanted. Really, as we said, playing rugby in the wrong areas of the field. They love to run the ball, but they are struggling to do it in their own half. And just the unfortunate knock-on there. Now pressure back on Dale to defend, with Glenwood giving them a lovely attacking opportunity, attacking platform.
And as you can see, the weather is deteriorating again. Earlier this morning we had thick mist. You could hardly see the pitch. Cleared up nicely, but rain is driving down again. Going to make things a little bit more difficult. First half we had little to no rain. Obviously the pitch was wet from all the rain we've had early on today, but not quite the best conditions for running rugby.
Yeah, not at all. It's very wet underfoot as well, which makes it difficult for scrumming, rucking, even for kickers at poles. Just that planting foot, bit nerve-wracking. Sometimes you don't want to slip.
Hendrickse out to Pretorius. Back to Hendrickse. Finds the fleur, but it wasn't a great pass. The skip has been caught well behind the advantage line. Slabbit cleans up. Hendrickse, Pretorius, steps one, cuts back inside. He's found a little bit of space. Taken down just short of the 22. Hendrickse. It's carried strongly by Smith. Hendrickse. Ngube holds the ball up, retains possession. Hendrickse. It's out to Smith. Carries strongly just into the 22. Hendrickse is looking on the blind side, calls for it, and he's hit the ref right in the head.
Well,
lovely to see another Falcon.
Well dealt with there by the referee. Unfortunately, the ball is making contact with him, so he does have to stop that play. But Glenwood do retain the possession of the ball, just a scrum down to them. One of those unfortunate areas of the game.
I'm sure Hendrickse will be hoping he threw that hard enough
100%.
to teach the ref a lesson. Stay out the way, let the boys play. Nevertheless, it is Glenwood's ball. Scrum down just inside Dale's 22. Hendrickse plays it out to the left. Pretorius shifts it wide. Holtzhausen finds Jonas. He's dumped in a strong tackle by Dale's defence. That's Lindo Gutle. Taken down. Jonas met in a strong tackle. He spilt the ball. It's gone forward. Zorgi cleans up for Dale. He's taken down. His forwards work over the ball. Shifted out. Keeping it tight here. The aliens fighting for every meter. Zorgi. Putini. Shifts it out wide to his centres. Kick down. And that ball has just stayed in play. And the ref's called for a penalty. He's given them all the meters as well. And that's for Ngube for the late tackle. And he's given them all the advantage, taking them up to Glenwood's 10-metre line. And the Dalians opting not to go for posts. They're going to set up the line out. Clearly they want to get themselves back into this game. The skipper, Gruke, with a kick for touch. Somqi share to feed. Lovely line out there from Dale, setting the platform. Putini shows and goes, drifts across the pitch. Bit of a wild pass there, hasn't found anyone. It's cleaned up by the right winger, Ngalo. Zorgi shifts it out. And it's just lost forward there. Holtzhausen comes away with it, pumping his legs, fighting for the meters. Hendrickse with the long ball out wide. He's found Atwell. He's taken down just inside of the Dale half. And Dale have come away with it actually. They've pinched it at that rack. And their forwards do the hard work. Pick and drive just off the side of the rack there. As Zorgi waits. Shifts it out to his skipper. Oh, lovely break there by Tieda. But he's met strongly in defence. Glenwood players trying to turn that ball over. He's played that on the ground and the referee's seen it, given them an advantage. And he's called them back. No advantage there. Can't play the ball on the ground, it's basics.
Yeah, look, he had a bite at the cherry there and was well dealt with by the Dalians to actually just pull him off his feet. But unfortunately, just having a second bite, and that's not allowed, and the ref switched on to that call, giving the penalty to the correct side.
And Dale kicking for the line once again. Looked like Tieda who took that kick. That's correct. Tieda, the outside centre, kicking for the line. Songri share to feed. They'll make their way. Great take. Zorgi shifts it out. Putini, show and go. Lets the ball do the work. Big, strong tackle by the Glenwood skipper, Conan Lafleur. And he's forced a knock on as well. Rightfully so, as forwards, giving him the accolade he deserves.
Oh, that's an awesome hit there by Lafleur. It's really what you want to see, turning your defense into a form of attack. And there, just such a good, solid hit that he's forced the knock on and ultimately given his team back possession. So, great defense there by the number 21, or the man with the number 21 on his back, playing in at center. And he can be proud of what he's just done there for his team.
Shifts it out. Pretorius. Holtzhausen, I beg your pardon. Carries strongly all the way up. Just short of the halfway line. Hendrickser gets quick ball. Jonas out to Atwell. He's in a bit of space. He cuts back inside. Pins his head down. Makes some good yards into Dale's half. Holtzhausen again. Carries strongly. Fighting for the meters. And Dale not rolling away. Too over eager to get in on that ball there, Jono.
Yeah, look, the ref seems to deem that he did not release the player as part of the tackle, and possibly tackle assist, so therefore he needs to show that daylight, and the ref deems that that was not dealt with or not done, and so the penalty going the way of Glenwood. Put the ball out on the 22, and now Glenwood have a great attacking platform to work with. Just to have another look at this hit here by Lafleur. Dummy runners at all areas for Dalians, but just well read and massive hit by the big man.
Yeah,
and there you see the knock
just
on.
Blindsided by Lafleur. Glenwood rumble it up from a maul. The forwards keep it tight, working the short side. Hendrickser marshalling his forwards. Taken up strongly by Tyson. Hendrickser, slab it. The skipper carries. Atwell calling for it on the right wing. Strong defense from Dale. They've driven them back outside of the 22. Hendrickser finds Jonas, who's absolutely clattered in a tackle. He's knocked it on as well.
Awesome to see how Glenwood are really trying to just out-muscle the Dalians here. They are playing with their big forward runners and are getting that physicality in, but the Dalians are not giving them an inch. Lovely big tackle there, equally from the Dalians, driving Glenwood back outside their 22. And great defensive play there by the Dale boys.
Excellent defense. They've weathered a little bit of a storm there from Glenwood. And Dale have the put into the scrum. Their backs sitting very deep. Zorgi feeds. Finds a skipper. He clears, but he's kicked it right down the throat of Jonas, who has a look. Jonas goes down the right wing. Little ankle tap. He's slightly isolated. Does well to get back onto his feet. Holds onto the ball, but Dale are all over that one. Glenwood have somehow managed to hold onto that. Slab it. Carries strongly. Hendrickser gets quick ball. Pretorius puts the ball to boot. Little cross kick. Unfortunately, Leroux struggling with that one. Lafleur carries, taken down just inside the 10-meter line of Dale's half. Hendrickser finds him Gleche, and a nice big crash ball. It's number 6, Dion Needham, carries strongly, that he's met on the 10-meter line once again. There's space out wide. Holtzhausen just maybe took his eyes off the ball. Saw all that space in front of him, Jono.
100%. His eyes got quite large there, and Holtzhausen really has been having quite a great game, proving that he is quite a physical presence there, running hard with the ball and taking a lot to be taken down. But just unfortunately on that occasion, eyes off the ball, and he's put it down to the ground. The little knock on, handing possession back over to the Dalians.
Once again, Dale with a scrum inside their half, just on their 10-meter line. Their backs have lined up deeply. Zorgi feeds the scrum. Free kick taken quickly. right behind the ref's back. They never like it when you do that. He's called them back. Lukasi. Dale deliberating what they need to do here. Quick tap. Zorgi feeds it off to a big runner. Carried up strongly. Scrum off, digging in his ruck. Finds Lukasi. Strong carry. Zorgi. Puttini. And the skipper's pass finds no one. Straight out into touch.
We have two Dalians looking at each other a bit perplexed. Both of them expected the ball, neither of them accepted it. Kind of went straight between the two of them there on that occasion.
Glenwood gifted an opportunity here to attack.
As we
Couple
look
of changes. Go ahead there, John.
No, exactly that. A couple of changes coming on.
Looks like Holtzhausen is off. And in comes number 23, JC Conradi in the Glenwood midfield. And Glenwood, Slabbert comes away with it. He steps and he scores. Just as we were talking about the replacements made, Glenwood took it quickly. And the skipper, Slabbert,
Right time to Glenwood. Number 8, Freddie Slabbert.
showed a great pair of feet there. And number 8 to dance his way through the Dale defence. Love to see this on the replay again.
You know, a great individual try by the man. As we have a look at it for a second time, really just little inside step, beating 3 of those Dale players. And then the last man just strong on his feet, leaving Dalians diving left and right. And then a last 10, 15 meter sprint to the line and a slide in.
The rangy Slabbert, reminiscent of Warren Whiteley, of course, who is a Glenwood old boy. He's got the black scrum cap on, and he's got all the footwork to show for it as well. Excellent try. He must have beaten 6 players on his way to the try line there, and that puts Glenwood ahead 32 points to 0. Dale not looking good for the visitors. Deep restart from Tieda. It's gone over the Glenwood try line. Hendricks are looking to take things quickly, sprinting towards the 22. Thought about it. They'll move into midfield and no doubt to bang it downfield.
The ref is asking the question, giving them the options, and they've opted for the scrum on the halfway. So all the way back they go to the halfway line for the scrum. Dale won't be pleased with that. Having just conceded, that's the last thing you want to do, is really find yourself back on your own half, gifting away possession and field position.
And a middle field scrum provides a lot of attacking opportunities for Glenwood here. They can go down the right-hand side or the left-hand side. They'll probably be looking for that left shoulder, hold up Zorgi, the scrum off, so he can't come round on defence, and Slabbert may just well break away. Nope, Hendricks feeds Pretorius quickly. He finds the number 12. Hard running Jean Roux moves his way into Dale's half. Pretorius cleans up. Bit of a loose pass there. Offside from Dale. Taken quickly. We've got a change here. Joe Jonas is on for Hendrickse. No, beg your pardon. Jonas playing at fullback today. Hendrickse shifts it out. Roux on the drift. Stays on his feet. Beats a couple of players. And it's try time in the left-hand corner. And it's Rory Atwell that comes with it. I beg your pardon, it's Aaron LaRue.
Yeah, Aaron LaRue with the try, but I think great play there by Sianda Tlele, the number 15 for Glenwood, really just drawing in that last defender and just passing to the outside man. Great play. A bit of a drift work here by the number 12. Not straightening the line too much, but when he gets that pass away, wonderful work here just to draw in the man and let the speed happen. Good finish.
Tlele with the final pass to LaRue there to get in for the try. Excellent interplay between these Glenwood backs.
And it seems to be going from bad to worse for the Dalians, finding themselves behind their poles again, second time in the second half.
The conversion from Hendrikse is good.
Hendrikse threads the uprights once again. And Dale make their way back to halfway.
13 minutes to go.
And they're ringing some changes here to give their side some fresh legs. Certainly not out of it. 12 minutes to go. Knowing the Dale way, they'll be looking to play some positive rugby in these last 10 minutes of this game. Tieda gets us underway once again. Jonas is under it. Plays Slabbit. Slabbit shifts it out. Hele carries it up. The little fullback. Hendrikse. Skip pass. Oh, and that pass has just gone to no one. That's the big number 3, Tabiso, and Ntleche carries it up. He's done well to stay in play. Hendrikse, Slabbit, carries strongly, using his feet just before the tackle. Makes him hard to bring down. Hendrikse played off the ball, but the ref's okay with it, and Dale have come away with it. This could be the chance they've been looking for. There's been a change at scrum off there. Zorg is off. And Dale fighting for every meter. There he goes. And Dale back, shifting it out wide. That's Bokolo carrying it up strongly. He's held up though on the Glenwood 22. The ball's popped out. Dale shifting it out. Strong carry into the midfield. The Glenwood have turned it over. Mtleche comes away with it. He carries strongly. Hendrikse moves it. Pretorius decides he wants nothing more to do with that. Sends it down into Dale's 22. Slight miscommunication between the Dale backs there. Jonas takes a look up, decides to take on the Dale defender. Great offload from Jonas. He's found Hendrikse, and Nuggetsy scrum off. He holds the ball up, takes it to ground. The Glenwood forwards slow things down. Pick and go to the right of that ruck. Hendricks is up again, shifts it out. Pretorius under a bit of pressure there. Dances his way into the traffic. Hendrickse out wide. Hele has found his teammate. He's just let the ball slip away from him there. That was Lutuli. Dale have come away with it again. Carried up through Mbanzi. Pai on the drift. Dale looking to attack Glenwood on the outside there. Balls come loose. Slabbit has a hack at it. Dale hold on. Balls come out on Glenwood's side. Dived on it. The captain, Lukasi. Dale recycle. Great pass there by Putini. It's a big number 4. Bokovu comes away with it. Hele tackled. It's scrappy. Dale have come away, but no. The referee's called the knock on. It was the big number 4, Bokovu, who was brought down. What a break, though. Just off the shoulder of the fly of Putini, and he cut through Glenwood's defence.
100%, and Dale may be down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely not out of this game. And they've proved that lovely passage of play there. Long, extending passage of play. Both teams getting a good crack at it from either side. If we just look at that, there's a little breakthrough for the number 4. He's looking for the offload. Unfortunately, just losing the ball in the tackle there. And then a little bit of scrappy play. Ball bouncing around from either side.
Oh, unfortunately, Tando Gogvo just lost that ball after a promising break. It's great to see the Dale boys still playing rugby, never giving up. Doesn't matter what the score is on the scoreboard. In fact, the referees brought them back for a penalty.
Yeah, Lucas, the captain of Dale, just getting a bit of a high hit there. He's been forced to leave the field for an HIA, and I don't think he'll be returning. I was watching him down here on this near touchline, and he was a bit groggy and a little bit weak underfoot. But Dale not hesitating to run it at the Glenwood boys.
Sieni carries it up. Pai finds a big, strong runner And Dale driving it forward while Glenwood are doing their best to hold it up. And they've caught that. The referees brought them back. Glenwood went back 10. Supporters calling for Dale to take it quickly. They want to see them play some rugby. And the captain, Kruke, puts the ball down, tells Boutini to kick for the line. Give them a chance to set up a line out and a driving maul perhaps as they look to get onto the scoreboard themselves. Number 16, Magopeni feeds. Pai, Boutini. Finds Kruke. Good strong run by the skipper. I beg your pardon, not the skipper. The inside centre. Shifts it out. Good hands there. Oh no, but Glenwood have come away with it. That's a big number 2, Tyson. Showed it good. Oh, and a thunderous clean out there from big number 17, Jordan Clark. All 112 kgs of him. Dale have come away with the ball. Met strongly on defence on the halfway line. Pai tries to thread it through with a little grubber. Ball's come back Dale's side. Cleaned up. Glenwood are all over that. And Pai is there. Will look to recycle. He finds Lucas who knocks it on. And another interesting passage of play. Ball going, swapping hands a number of times. Players probably struggling to deal with these conditions.
Yeah, definitely. The conditions aren't helping anyone out in this match. A lot of wet ball, and we can see ball retention not necessarily being the key. Well, it is the key thing, and unfortunately not happening. Both teams losing the ball to their opposition.
Nevertheless, Glenwood will have the put into the scrum here, just inside Dale's half. Looking to set up another attack.
Glenwood with a massive blind side on this near side here. I'm wondering if they'll do an 8-9. Oh.
No. Oh.
No, they will not.
Hendrickse. Not quite sure.
Just wheeling the scrum. They have to move forward before they start to move sideways there, and the ref just saying they're wheeling the scrum, not getting through that plane of play and simply just wheeling on the axis initially. So that's a penalty going in the way of the aliens.
And Boutini, he's wasted a penalty kick, a touch there, and he's just kicked it deep down. Jonas cleans up well, shifts it out to Ele, finds Rue. Rue shifts it out. Looks like LaRue. Rue puts it up high. Boutini underneath, done well. Great offload from the Dale fly half. Pai shifts it out. Oh, big hit from Slabbit. Dale going backwards here. And Glenwood have snaffled that one up. No, hands in the ruck. And Dale take it quickly. Have come away with it, looking for the support. Glenwood looking to slow that ball down at the ruck, and they have. It looks like Atwell who's come away, not Atwell. Aaron LaRue comes away with it. Hendrickse looks for the box kick. That one's gone straight up, and the referee's blown for a penalty.
Just a bit of off the ball stuff there by the Glenwood boys, and rightly so. Dale getting the penalty there. Great play by both sides. Great pace of play. A couple awesome offloads on either side of the field from either team. It really has looked quite awesome. Lovely rugby to watch. These boys not listening to us commentators and not paying any attention to the conditions whatsoever.
That's the vice captain, Kruke, kicking for the line. Magopeni. Short line out for Dale. Slap down. Boutini. Finds Sieni with a big carry. A tight head. Oh, Pai wasn't quite looking for that runner, but couldn't get the ball past him. And the referee's blown them up. Hendrickse takes it quickly for Glenwood. They're running it out of their 22. Rue finds Jonas. Finds Hele. He's got Atwell outside him. Hele doesn't need him. He's got plenty of pace. Great little friend And that's taken Glenwood deep into Dale's half. Taken down just outside the 22. Promising attack. Nice to see Glenwood just let the ball do the work, just shift it through the hands from deep inside their 22. Take a look here. Hendricks shifts it out. Rue holds it up. Just quick hands. Jonas. Everyone starts to straighten up. Knows he's got Haley outside him. Look at Haley. Look at that gas, Jono.
I love the little step here. Just wrong footing the defender and brushing him off. But just too many Dalians around him and being pushed into touch. In the interim there, just a bit of a skew feed to that line out. And so we come down to a scrum on the 15-meter. Dale to put in.
And if you are just joining us, 2.5 minutes left to go here at Glenwood. 39 points up over Dale. The visitors from King Williamstown. Taking a look forward to the other clashes to look forward to today. We've got HTS Droste taking on Welkom Gymnasium after this game. And then the last match of the day, Selborne College will meet HTS Middelburg. If you've missed some of the results as well, first match of this morning, Hoërskool Framesby beat Pretoria Boys High 13 points to 10. And then Durban High School claimed a 24-7 win over Queen's College. And then Kersney, the hosts, got first win of the weekend, 20 points to 11 win over Hoërskool Noordkap. The referee's blown that up. Quick tap taken. Shifted out. Dale looking to run it here. Strong tackle from Rue. Shifted out by Pai. His forwards are working hard, tirelessly, despite the points on the board. Pai with a little jink over the top. Hendricks cleans up well. He finds his Jonas. Oh, and Jonas caught around the neck by a reckless tackle. He's straight up though. He's all right. And the referee almost looking towards the crowd to ask if the yellow card is the right call. And it's the tall frame, I think, of Mjumba, who's sent to the sin bin for 5 minutes. That'll be the last he sees of this match. Glenwood called up for not releasing. And here's the high tackle on your screen. Jono, talk us through this one.
Just a little dink over the top, a bit of a nothing kick, but it was contestable. And here, great interplay by the Glenwood halfbacks. And just on the step, trailing arm, caught him a bit high. Never nice to watch, but good to see the ref putting an end to that play very quickly, shutting it down and dealing with it accordingly.
Oh, scrappy stuff. The knock-on coming. Dale have got the feed into the ball. It's good to see that Dale's skipper, Lukasi, has emerged from the change room. He's probably gone for that ding-dong test. Looks as if he wants to get on the pitch. I don't think he will, as time has run out here. This will be the last roll of the dice for Dale.
Lovely to see how the Dalians have also fought to the bitter end. The results on the scoreboard might not be in their favour, but they've done really well, and they really have played a great game, kept running the ball, and still played a massively entertaining brand of rugby, with offloads coming from all over the show, and keeping it spicy as ever are the Dalians.
7-on-7 in the scrum as Dale have a man down. The vice-captain, Kruke, with a strong carry. He's met by the Glenwood midfielders. Dale recycle. And the forwards pick and go off the right-hand side of that ruck. Glenwood looking to slow it down. Another pick and go. This time it's Magopeni. Off goes Cheko with a little carry. Dale keeping it tight. Hendricks, the Glenwood scrum off, gets stuck in there, but Dale have eased that ball out. Glenwood all over that one. The referee not happy with that. Dale will take it quickly. Pai, tap and go, shifts it out. Oh, and a little knock on. No, Glenwood hadn't receded back the 10 meters required off that penalty, and referees allowed the advantage, called them back. And the vice captain, Kruk, they'll want to put on a show for us here. They want to score a consolation try before the final whistle is blown. Magopeni leads that line out. The ref wasn't happy with the spacing between the two packs. Calls a rethrow. And they go to the back. Well taken by Dale. Pai finds Putini. Shifts it out wide. Tokolo. Oh. And Jonas nearly sniffed the intercept. The referee's called the penalty. Not going to show us yellow card for the slap down, which you do see from time to time.
Saw it in one of the earlier on today, actually, where the player just tapped the ball down and card was shown.
Dale carry it up into Glenwood's 22. Pai's there. Putini pops it off onto the inside. Big carry by Lucas. Pai's at the base. Weighs up his options, left or right. Goes right. Putini. A little bit of razzle dazzle. Carried up by Tieda. Pai is waiting for it. It's come out. He's in all sorts of trouble. The ball's flopped around. Little knock on. Glenwood have a penalty and an offside. What's Hendricks going to do there? They're going to keep playing. They are. Got to love the spirit of schoolboy rugby. The time is well gone on the clock, but they're still playing rugby. Still want to entertain. Hendricks. Jonas. Steps. Referee blows the whistle. That's a little knock on. And that's all she wrote. Glenwood run away with it. 39-0 winners over Dale College. Stay with us, folks. We've got 2 more games to come here on day 2 of the Standard Bank Kersney Easter Rugby Festival.